Right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Wednesday, February 20th, 2019. I am Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, thanks for joining in. Thanks for giving us some of your time. We got some breaking news to go over here, a couple of different little articles on this Wednesday morning. Keeping our eyes open, and anything at any moment, folks, could happen. Waiting for D-Class, waiting for any new Q post, anything of that sort will be around today. We'll get it to you. We're going to jump in. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're, that way any videos we put out, you do not miss. All right, you get the alerts. It'll help you stay informed and involved. Again, don't take anything we say here as word. Do your own research. Do your own dot connecting, come to your own conclusions based off the facts that you can find and that just sit well with you, all right? At this day and age, there's lots of different things going on, folks, and we're going to listen to a lot of things. We're going to go over a lot of articles. We're going to read a lot of different things, and some of that can just be wrong in nature, okay? It's how it works in the intel communities when you're gathering up all kinds of information. A lot of things to sift through. Okay, a couple different things here. Maxine madness. Those who support the border wall don't love the country. Maxine Waters. Congresswoman Maxine Waters, Democrat out of California, slammed Americans who support a border wall to secure the country during a recent speech. At a rally in Los Angeles on Monday, Waters said the president is trying to keep a campaign promise to all those people that he swore he would build a wall. And those people who want the wall are not patriots, she claimed. They are not people who love this country. They are not people who stand up for what's right. And that's about all I could really take of this. A January poll revealed that 62% of Americans believe illegal immigration is a problem, and 43% support the president's efforts to build a wall. So you got about 20 that agree with it's a problem, but a wall, these are the ones that think a wall won't do anything. Now, again, there's things going around. If you look into the facts, we have a lot of taxpayer dollars that go overseas to foreign countries in the form of just government aid, how they spend that money. A lot of times we have actually literally taxpayers have built walls in 5 or 6 other places for other countries. And nobody's ever had a problem. Now that we're trying to do it ourselves, we send our military outwards to get into other countries, battles over borders, battles over countries, battle over oil, battle over whatever they come up with, and everyone supports that. The minute we're getting invaded, people want to talk you out of it. Oh, we're not getting invaded. We have 20 million people here that shouldn't be. That's not an invasion. I have to be retaught, relearned by fellow citizen morons. I'm tired of hearing these words and then trying to tell me I have to be relearned. I know what an invasion is. How many deaths do we have to have before it's a crisis, before it's in a national emergency? I want a number from somebody. Well, we only had 2,200 last year. They give me these numbers, and it's just like, how many in total? How many does it have to be? Well, we have our own people here killing people. Yeah, I get it. So we're going to let the world's people come in that kill people, and I'm not saying all of them do that. Everything is so torn apart. We can support every foreign country's border. We can support sending our troops over there to be in harm's way, and it's all right with everybody. We try to have a border here, we're wrong. We try to take some of our own tax dollar here and build something, we're wrong. To all the people that don't want a wall, I ask, how does this affect you? You live wherever you live, you go to work, you do your thing, you don't really care. Those that want it, we can at least build it. If it doesn't work, then you still have everything that you have. Nobody's worse off. Well, my tax dollar. When we know the walls work in all these other countries we've done them at. But here it's different. Walls work there, they don't work here. People over there walk over empty spots, they do that here, but the walls won't work here. They'll go under or over. What about over there? Well, they're doing things different. It's just hypocrisy at its finest, folks. And it doesn't make sense. That's the bottom line. 2007, Jesse Smollett, back with this guy, pled guilty to giving police fake information during a DUI. The Empire actor, who claimed he was assaulted by two Make America Great Again hat-wearing bandits, pleaded no contest to giving police false information, driving under the influence, and driving under a suspended license. Smollett's run-in with Chicago Police Department may suggest a pattern of lying to police to get out of difficult situations. As NBC Washington report, Smollett pleaded no contest to the charge of providing false information. Where did that jump to? Providing false information to police in 2007 incident in Los Angeles, California. Chicago police are now looking into lies Smollett admitted to telling the LAPD that, and what bearing they may have in their current investigation into the alleged hate crime hoax perpetuated by Smollett and his accomplices. So as the police investigation into the alleged attack against Empire actor Jesse Smollett continues, it revealed Tuesday that in 2007, Smollett pleaded no contest to a DUI, driving without a license, and providing false information to law enforcement. Smollett, now 36, was sentenced to 2 years probation and a choice of a fine or jail time. And in 2007, the LA City Attorney's spokesperson told NBC. So now, in the light of this whole the case coming to light, as Chicago police investigate whether Smollett made up a story about being the victim of a racially motivated hate crime, Chicago police have requested LAPD provide them information about the 2007 arrest, according to multiple law enforcement. Chicago police are no longer investigating a potential hate crime and are instead exploring whether Smollett filed a false police report. They now consider Smollett to be a possible suspect rather than a victim, and are waiting for Smollett and his defense attorneys to contact the Chicago Police Department. So, funnier here, I'll finish this up. So, the Smollett's alleged Nigerian accomplices were arrested last week and they provided police with more information about the incident prior to their release. It was also revealed that the two men purchased the rope that they may have used in the fake hate crime. Most recently, Smollett had retained the same legal team used by Michael Cohen, former attorney for President Donald J. Trump. All right. So, things that we do know. This is supposed to be recorded. Imagine if we had the tape out right now, or the tape hit. I think there would have been a lot more. I think they got like 12 or 15 different kind of high-level people in the media, politics that came out and were in his defense right away. Oh, we gotta, and then they put the lynching bill through. Lots of coincidences, folks. The mathematical probabilities of A to B, everything lining up so perfect to play into the politics of the bill that got voted to make lynching more illegal than it already is, or whatever. And they had an incident where that just happened to happen. Now, this is supposed to be a tape. I think some of the pundits out there that were knowing about, maybe involved, if it goes that high, is like, well, where's this tape that was supposed to come out? We're not going to do what we were supposed to do. There's no tape because they messed up. This is like a good movie. You have to do some of these scenes, cut, redo it. The camera, something was in the way. The light wasn't on. The key grip guy was in the way. Get out of the damn shot. Redo. And here on the fly, it was all planned. He comes up, and he's probably, maybe that Jesse knew which way to be, but they started beating on him to go into their roles, and he's just getting hit, and he's trying to tell him. Or they just all messed up because it was a tinted camera, so they didn't know where they thought maybe it rotated, or, but it was facing one way. The shield was over it, so nobody knows which way it's facing. And none of it got recorded, so half of their thing fell apart. It's because this was supposed to have a tape with it. We're all supposed to be witnessing this brutal beatdown. The letters that came to him, that started, I guess, before this, so the story is that he's getting cut from this show, and he's probably really upset. This is a great show. It's been really great for him, and now he's going to get his character is getting killed off. I mean, in every great show, right? Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, all the people die. It's coming up for his turn. He doesn't like it. Is it that simple that he was doing something for his own self, or was it orchestrated to higher levels and it maybe could have been both. We can help your career. You're going to help us get some bills passed. And yeah, it's a win-win they thought, for everybody. So he sent letters to himself while on the set of Empire, and they would be delivered, whether the director's there and everyone's a big scene, and all of a sudden, oh, hey, you got a letter. What's this? Opens it up, and plays his victim in front of everyone on the set. I got some threatening letters about being a black man, gay, all these things, right? And the letters were always done with these, magazines. They were cut out letters out of magazines. So it looks just typical Hollywood stuff, Let me see if I can find it here. Banging away here on the keyboard. There we go. So Jesse Smollett was involved in creating a racist letter, which later led to attack. Okay, so the two brothers involved told the police that he was behind creating the racist letters sent to him. Here they are. There. Look at these letters, all right? So here's Jesse. There's a rope around his neck. And then you will die, black, some words, all right? And look at the writing on this, all right? So something else I read the other day interesting on this was, and I don't know if I did it on the show. I don't think I did. I think it was just something I was reading, and sometimes it all blends in, folks. Research, what I put out. And I was getting a lot of this just to have a story like I'm doing right now. But it was some cop's story about what was going on here, and he said that when he first entered the force 20-some years ago, that he got the privilege of really quickly getting put to where he was put, and a case involving the postal inspectors. Now, these postal inspector police, the ones that look into crimes committed by mail, they're hungry, I guess. He said, 20-some years ago, he learned from some of the best people, or a group that you don't really normally get to work with unless a special case comes up. And for him being a rookie, brand new to the force, that he got to work with these postal inspectors that are hungry. They take their job seriously. There's not always enough to keep all of them busy working, so when they do get something, they go all out. And it involved mail and doing all this stuff the way they work, and that was back then. So now you can only imagine today. So now, of course, we look at these letters. Jesse maybe didn't lick the stamps. Are they going to take DNA? They're going to look for fingerprints. You can wear gloves. But, when they went to go drop these off at a random mailbox, you assume that's on a side street, they're making sure there's no cameras. But did they have something as simple as like maybe a cell phone in your pocket? Right? A lot of people forget your cell phone's tracking you at all times. That played out in a case locally here for me several years ago. An actual somebody that I went to school with. They were always a few years ahead of me. Never hung out with him. Didn't really know him personally. Just knew of him. But several years ago, this person was involved with somebody else and running a tattoo parlor. And the guy that owned the tattoo parlor ended up getting shot, like in the back of the head. And when the police came to talk to this guy that I had went to school with several years ahead of me, the story came out over time in the, like, oh no, we got off, he left, or I left first and then he left. I'm assuming I went straight home. And that was his story, and they stuck by it. I left at the end of the shift, late in the evening, and went straight home. Police tapped into this guy's cell phone and saw that he didn't go straight home, that he went to a local store. And they went to that local store, and then, you know, can we review the tapes, your security? And they watched him pull up. They watched him buy a 55-gallon drum, plastic, you know. And looks like I'm having some glitchy issues here on the machine. Okay, looking a little better. So all right, we better there. So they looked at these video film, or the film of the 55-gallon drum, buying it, putting it in his truck, and then they followed him on his phone by triangulation for certain amounts of time, and then down to a spot by the river. All right, so they end up finding this poor man's body in a 55-gallon drum in the river, stuck at one of the places down the road, like, you know, a bridge spot or a viaduct spot, and this thing's just sitting there floating. They open it, and of course they find it. So they were able to pin that all to him. The guy lied. He was jealous. Wanted to take over the business, whatever reasons. But of course, I went right home. He didn't. He did everything else other than. Simple as that. So all I know is that the postal people have been looking into this for over a month and a half now, and it's been real quiet. So they're probably coming up with all kinds of things on the letters. You know, who sent him? Possibly, did he have these Nigerian guys again working with him? Did he do it himself? But we know this is leading up to something pretty big on orchestration. Homophobic threats to himself, racial threats, and all through, you know, done this in a typical cut magazines out. I'm not going to write it because they can analyze, and he thinks he's smart. But we'll see. We'll see here. So, all right, I'm having some computer issues. I shut down a few of my cameras, and it looks to be a little bit better. But we're at the 17-minute mark, so we'll go ahead and shut this one down. I'm going to bring back some more news, other things to go over, so I'll probably be pumping out another video right after this one. You guys have a great morning into your afternoon, and we'll see you back here real soon. Make sure you're subscribed, like, share, comment. Take a look in the description box. All the links are there. Again, I'm Mike. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you worldwide.